Now to the group we've decided to dub our Wildcard Caucus, because everything's on the table with this trio tonight. We have Sue O'Connell, she's co-publisher of Bay Windows and the South End News, and an opinion maven extraordinaire. Comedian and Cambridge native Jimmy Tingle, and yes, that is his real name. It is, yes?
Yes, sir.
I just want to be sure. And someone else with an opinion on virtually everything, Dave Andelman, Phantom Gourmet, Mendon Drive-In fame, and also the founder of the Restaurant and Business Alliance, and obviously a nutritionist on the side. That's really very nice.
I think that's illegal in this building, actually.
They wouldn't give me a GBH mug, so I brought my own beverage.
That was on my direction. Yeah. In case any of you didn't see this, I want to show you all a little bit of this year's Home Run Derby. Here it is. Okay, so here's the deal. For those of you who know, there's a timer. First time ever in the Home Run Derby is the timer. Yes. Here's how we're going to do this tonight. First, I'm going to ask you what else in life should be timed. I'm going to give you a certain amount of time, and when you violate that, exactly. So starting with you, Sue O'Connell, what else besides home run derbies would you time in life?
Anytime a conservative speaks. Okay. I just like to hit the button.
Thank you, David. That takes care of you. How about you, Jimmy Tingle?
I would say a timer on commentary for people who have not read the Iran deal but oppose it. Lindsey Graham recently said, the other day, he said, this is a death sentence for Israel. Have you read it, Mr. Graham? No, I haven't.
Exactly. I like that. And how about you, David Andelman?
I think all meetings should be...
I'm sorry, time is up. Thank you. No, my apologies. Go ahead. What would you put a time limit on?
I think all meetings should be limited to 10 minutes. That's my attention span. I don't hear anything after that. And coffee in the morning, 3 minutes or less, or I'm out the door.
I am so with you on that. It's unbelievable. Can we take a move? Stay in sports. The biggest topic in this area, at least in my estimation, United States Olympic Committee is in town today. They're meeting with Boston 2024. The poll numbers are not so great. Where are you on the Olympics coming here? What is it, 9 years hence? Yeah, 15 seconds.
I want it. I want the Olympics here. I think it would be great for the state. I think it would be great for the people of Boston. We just have to get a good plan on the table, and it's going to take taxpayer money, but the taxpayers are ultimately going to benefit for it. And if they don't benefit for it, we can have the javelin throw from Government Center aimed at Beacon Hill.
Thank you. I like that idea. So you're really for this thing. I'm actually surprised.
I think it's a good idea. They just got to get the right plan. You can't have the...
Thank you very much. Now, I would guess, knowing you as I do, fiscal conservative, yes?
I am.
You're probably at least wary of this proposition, yes?
Well, I'm a Boston homeowner, and I think the state is running the MBTA and the casinos and the pot stores so swimmingly well. I totally trust them to write a $5 billion business plan 15 years from now. How could anything go wrong? And by the way, I'm sure if it falls short, David Ortiz and Michelle Kwan will make up the difference.
How about, before we get to Sue, isn't there legitimacy there? We don't have a great history of dealing with big projects in a wonderfully fiscally responsible way, Jimmy Tingle.
Listen, we have the best colleges in the world here. We have the best sports teams in the country here. I think we can, I think we can pull it together for 3 weeks. We just have to have good planning. And like I said, the planning in the beginning was terrible. Having the beach volleyball on the public gardens. Where they're going to tell the people, okay, when the Swan boat goes under the bridge, serve.
Yes, but also it's much better now, even though we have no aquatic center, no velodrome, no media center, no developer, no insurance. Okay, that's perfect. Now, how about you, Sue O'Connell? You want to break this tie?
Well, no, I'm actually agree with both of them. I would love to have the Olympics here. I love the Olympics. I watch it all the time. At the same time, I'm very concerned of our ability to pull it off effectively. The planning of this has been awful, and if we can shed that, start fresh, and worry about displaced people, worry about the overruns. I mean, I like the Olympics.
But you Bay Windows South End News co-publisher, I forgot, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
We were talking on the radio, on Boston Public Radio the other day. There was a huge meeting set up in the South End. We keep hearing from Boston 2024, I want to go out to the community, talk to real people, no ads, this sort of thing. How'd that meeting go?
Guess what? The meeting didn't happen, but they have reached out to me.
Why did, what?
The Olympic Committee has reached out to me as
After the meeting
publisher
didn't happen.
after the meeting hasn't
Why
happened.
didn't the meeting happen?
They couldn't nail them down. They couldn't get them to show up.
They couldn't get one person.
And the South End News, of course, the South End rather, is adjacent to all the things that are happening in the city and every single part of the plan.
You're Mr. Community kind of guy. They don't even show up at community meetings. That doesn't bother you?
It's not my community, Jim. What do you want from me?
That's actually a very... Okay, we're going to go to a couple topics that you're obsessed with, because I felt it was sort of nice that you showed up here. Excuse me. Now, number one, last night I railed against the sales tax holiday. And my theory behind this is it doesn't really generate new revenues. It's going to happen in August. What it does is it gets people to shift buying patterns. If you're going to buy your air conditioner now and you hear there's a sales tax holiday, you just wait till late August. You have a different approach. You, as a restaurant guy, Phantom Gourmet kind of guy, want to expand it, not contract it. What would you do?
Well, I don't have a problem with the sales tax holiday. Families can spend some money. You are right. People just do their 2 to 4 weeks worth of shopping. Well, they just do their 2 to 4 weeks worth of shopping in one weekend. That's a fact.
Okay.
Talk to any merchant.
Which doesn't generate any new money.
Talk to any merchant, that's
okay,
what happens.
fine.
As a matter of fact, sometimes they just hold the credit card and ring it up on that weekend. Here's something people don't understand. Restaurant sales go down anywhere from 10 to 50% because people shop and they don't dine. And the restaurants never get that money back. And 300,000 hospitality industry workers that rely on wages and gratuities take a major hit. So if we're going to do it, either restaurants should be included or we should have a meals tax holiday to help them make up for it another week.
Okay, so obviously he has an interest because he's in the industry. Where are you in this, Jimmy Tingle?
I think we should just have a regular holiday.
What does that mean?
like a Friday, the Friday before Labor Day, have that day off, right? Unpaid state holiday, right? Don't pay the state workers. Yeah. You would get money. You would save money. The state would save money, okay? Yeah. And people would be out shopping or spending time with their family or vacation, so they'd be spending extra money because they're not working, and it's a 4-day holiday.
Can I say one thing about that, if I may?
That would help the restaurant business, and would help my people in the South End.
Fine. I have no idea what he's talking about. Where are you? I mean, you're dependent on the business community too, ads, that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
So where are you on that?
Without gimmicks, people don't do things, and that's the hard truth about it. We used to have one rate at the South End News for advertising, and people thought they were getting ripped off because we didn't have like a discount system. So you have to build a discount system so people think they're getting something. I totally, unfortunately, agree with him.
With David, yes.
This is the second time.
I don't know what it is.
It speaks the truth.
It also allows businesses to move their money inventory and have cash on hand.
But
they may not shop. They may shop all at once, but they may not have bought those things until September. August is a terrible cash flow month for businesses. So I think it's great.
But in August, they're buying what they would have bought in July otherwise. I'm not quarreling with the meals tax thing. I agree. If
but
you
in
do
July,
it, do it.
They're traveling for the 4th of July. It's a big vacation week. They're spending money in the economy. August is awful for that. So it's moving money from September to August.
Now, final topic here, which also is another one of yours, just coincidental and unfortunate, I should say. And here, there's going to be a 20-second time limit on each with this thing here. 1984, Michael Dukakis was governor then. He did away with happy hour in the state because his view is drunk driving, accidents, so he had some personal experience with it, all that sort of thing. You want to bring it back?
No, the law that we have right now is actually extremely dangerous. You can run a drink special. You could do $1 tequila shots if you run it for 7 straight days, which is asinine. What I would support would be something along the lines of weekday beer and wine specials, so you could do $3 beer, $5 wine during the weekdays when staff really are having trouble making a living.
But why doesn't it have the same dangers? I mean, the reality is, I only speak for myself.
I just told you the law. Listen,
if something is cheap, we're going to buy. Are you not going to buy extra if it's cheap?
Jim, I just told you. Right now, it is totally legal to do $1 tequila shots 7 days a week. It is not legal to do $3 beer or $5 wine during the weekdays. How could one possibly be more dangerous than the other? Restaurants do 2/3 of their business on the weekends. So what I'm suggesting is a formula that will allow some flexibility. It's just as safe and get people in during the week.
What do you think about that, Jimmy Tingle?
I don't know what he's talking about.
No, I don't either, actually. No, I sort of do. I forget what he said. How about the whole notion of reintroducing happy hour?
It doesn't matter. I haven't drank in 25 years.
No, actually, you haven't. I know.
How about
but for your friends in your community, what do you think of that?
I don't care. I don't. You know what I think?
That's why you're here. He doesn't care about the topic.
I don't really care. But maybe I think the alcohol industry, though, in general, should be putting more money into rehabs and treatment centers and substance abuse because alcohol is the gateway drug to all the other drugs.
Well, they're going to be at the casinos, so they can do both at the same time. Exactly.
Now,
what about you?
What's your thing? It's another example of how awful Americans are with adult issues, right?
What are you talking about?
Sex and alcohol. Like, all around the world, you can drink anytime you want. You can drink at discounts, and amazingly, because they probably don't have access to as many guns as we do.
So where's this going to lead you? I don't get it.
We should have happy hour. It's crazy. It hurts the businesses. He's right that if you do some ridiculous special for 5 years, you can keep doing it. I just don't understand why we can't have comprehensive alcohol education for teenagers and offer a happy hour so the businesses can do
Last word, Jimmy Tingle.
Wet T-shirt contest.
Exactly.
I think we should bring that back.
That's good. On that note,
actually, I did
thank you very much. Sue O'Connell, it's a pleasure. Jimmy Tingle, that is your real name. I've been told that. And David Andelman, that is your real name too, is it not?